Archangel Michael says, you did not come across this message by accident. The heavens are roaring with your name. Your soul has been knocking on the gates of destiny. And now, finally, heaven has responded. But listen to me carefully, for this is not just a blessing. This is your last divine opportunity before the doors close. Your miracle has finally arrived. The very thing you've been crying out for in the quietest moments. That one prayer whispered at midnight. The wish you buried under layers of disappointment. It has reached the throne of the Most High. And now it is here. But there's a catch. If you walk away, if you scroll past this divine signal, heaven will take it back within minutes. You may not realize it, but heaven has been watching you. Not in judgment, but in love, in waiting, in protection. Every setback was not a punishment, but a redirection. Every heartbreak wasn't the end. It was the reshaping of your spirit for what is about to arrive. And now the skies are shifting. Your name has been whispered into the winds of change. The angels are moving. Destiny is no longer sleeping. But child, I must warn you. This is your final call. What you're about to receive is something others will only dream about. The door that was closed for years. It's open. That opportunity that kept slipping away, it's here. But this is a timed miracle. This is a divine test. Will you believe? Will you receive? Or will fear win again? Don't miss this. You've been walking with a broken heart, but a loyal soul. That loyalty to the light has not gone unnoticed. You may not have seen results, but heaven has been keeping record. And now the reward is on its way. But before you catch it, you must claim it. This message is the confirmation you prayed for. Remember that night you sat in silence questioning if God had forgotten you? That night you whispered, if you're real, send me a sign. This is it. I, Archangel Michael, the defender of light, the warrior of truth, am here not by chance, but by order, by divine instruction. And I am telling you, your life is about to change in a way you cannot even imagine. But if you ignore this, you will return to the waiting room of life. You'll watch others rise while wondering why your time never came. But your time is here, right now. Heaven does not beg. Heaven opens a gate and watches who walks through. You're standing at the edge of a miracle, but miracles aren't gentle. They require a leap, a surrender, a yes. Are you ready? This message was carved into divine timing. You were meant to read these exact words on this exact day. And that feeling rising in your chest right now, that's not coincidence. That's activation. That's your spirit recognizing truth. You are not crazy. You are not cursed. You are not abandoned. You are called. Called to a purpose bigger than you imagined. Called to a love deeper than you've known. Called to a blessing more powerful than you've believed. But you must stop doubting. You must stop delaying. You must stop telling heaven you're not ready, because whether you realize it or not, you are. Heaven doesn't call the perfect. It calls the willing, and you've been chosen for something enormous. You are about to step into a season where the battles you've been fighting for years suddenly break. Where the no's you've heard become a thunderous yes. Where doors that were bolted shut swing wide without effort. But this is a test of trust. If you truly want what you've been asking for, you must stop treating this message like another nice post. This is your instruction. This is your moment. Do not ignore it. This is your final divine warning. You don't need another sign. You don't need more time. What you need now is to believe, because the truth is your breakthrough is one bold move away. And if you take it, heaven will rush in to meet you. Miracles don't require understanding. They require obedience. This moment has been written in the stars. You have no idea what is coming to you. You think you've lost. No, beloved, you've been protected. You think it's over. No, it's just beginning. The blessings that are about to crash into your life will shock even your enemies. People will watch and whisper, "How did they go from that to this?" And you will smile, not with arrogance, but with divine gratitude. Because you'll know God did it. The angels made way. Heaven heard your cry and responded with fire. But I will not sugarcoat this. If you let fear win, if you let doubt speak louder than faith, this window will close. And once it closes, it may not open again for a long, long time. Heaven is generous but strategic. The miracle is here. It is circling you. It is waiting for your response. But do not be passive. Claim it. Speak it. Move like it's already done. Because when faith aligns with divine timing, the supernatural becomes your new normal. You're about to witness miracles in your finances, in your relationships, in your health, in your spirit. Things you've been begging for. Answers, healing, clarity, they're all on the other side of your obedience to this moment. And whenever God begins answering those prayers, He also places a faithful next step before His children so they can walk into His blessings with wisdom, peace, and unwavering faith. My child, I see the struggle you have been facing, the stress about finances, the silent worries that stay in your heart, and the moments where you feel uncertain about what comes next. You have been asking for peace, and that answer is already on its way. You are not meant to stay stuck in fear. You are meant to walk forward with purpose, with faith, and with clear steps every day. That is why God has placed a simple path before you, the 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system. Each day brings you a focused prayer, a small financial action, and clear direction to help you move ahead. No pressure, no confusion, just steady progress toward peace and stability. If you believe God is leading you to take your next step today, take that first step with faith. This could be the moment your life begins to change. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comments below. Now stay with me, because what heaven reveals next will show you why this moment of obedience is about to unlock the miracles you've been waiting for. Do not scroll past this. Do not ignore it. Do not say, "Maybe tomorrow." There is no tomorrow in the Spirit. There is only now. And right now, heaven is ready to show off in your life. I am Archangel Michael, and I have drawn my sword not to fight your battles because they're already won, but to cut away your fear, to slice through your hesitation, to remove everything that's been holding you back from seeing just how powerful you really are. You were never small. You were never weak. You were never forgotten. You were hidden. And now you are being revealed. The world needs you. Your story, your voice, your light. It's not just for you. It's for others still lost in the dark. But how can you lead if you don't rise? This is your time to rise. But child, I must say it once more. If you don't take this moment seriously, if you shrug it off like just another message, you will feel the silence of heaven again. Not as a punishment, but as the echo of an opportunity missed. Don't let that be your story. Your miracle is here. Do not blink. Do not doubt. Do not delay. You were warned. You were chosen. Now you are anointed. Wait. One last thing before you leave. If this message found your soul, if something deep inside you stirred while reading, that's not just emotion. That's spiritual alignment. That's proof you were meant to receive this now. Love letter. Subscribe to stay connected to divine guidance. Gemstone. Be the first to receive sacred messages, angel whispers, and prophecy direct to your soul. Sparkles. Don't let heaven whisper without your heart hearing. Tap subscribe now because your next message may be the one that changes everything. Your miracle is watching how you respond in this moment. Make it count. Still here? Then you've already passed the first test because those who are called can't walk away from divine truth. It pulls at them. It stirs something ancient, something eternal, something sacred in the blood. You feel it now, don't you? That heat in your chest, that whisper in your mind that says, this is not just a message. This is about me. You're right. It is about you. It's always been about you. This isn't just a season of breakthrough. This is your spiritual awakening. You have crossed into the hour of unveiling. The plans of heaven concerning your life are being unlocked right now because your spirit finally aligned with the time God set before the foundations of the earth. Yes, that's how big this moment is. Heaven isn't operating on your clock. You've been asking why is it taking so long? But child, it was never delay. It was divine preparation. Because what's about to be placed in your hands requires strength, clarity, and spiritual maturity. And now you're ready. But don't confuse ready with comfortable. This next part of your life will not look like the past. This next part will shock you. People will not recognize you, not because you changed, but because your light got too bright for the version of you they remembered. And that's okay. Let them misunderstand. Let them question. Let them walk away. You are not who you used to be. And you are not going back. Because what's coming next is not healing. It's overflow. You're not just getting restored. You're getting upgraded. God is not just going to repay you. He's going to reward you publicly for every private battle you fought. While everyone thought you were fine, you cried in silence. Heaven heard. You stayed loyal when others walked away. Heaven saw. You kept your hands clean while they threw dirt on your name. Heaven kept score. Now God is about to place you in rooms your name has already entered. People are going to look at you and say how, when, who helped them. And the answer will be one word, God. You won't have to explain. You won't have to convince. The evidence of the divine will be all over you. But here's the truth. Not everyone will celebrate you. Not everyone will cheer for you when your miracle arrives. Not everyone can handle the weight of divine favor, and you must be okay with that because you are not being raised for popularity. You are being raised for purpose. Your light will provoke demons. Your rise will test old relationships. Your favor will reveal secret enemies. But do not shrink. Do not water down your glory to keep the peace. You are the answer to a generational cry. You are the one someone in your bloodline prayed for. You are the chain breaker, the cycle ender, the voice that hell hoped would never rise. But here you are. And I, Archangel Michael, have been sent to make war on anything that still tries to hold you back. Chains are snapping. Delays are breaking. Curses are collapsing, and not because you earned it but because God chose you. You see, this is not about your perfection. It's about your position. You are positioned under a divine window and heaven has just opened it. But windows close, winds shift, and time doesn't wait forever. This is why this message came with a warning. Because the miracle you're about to receive isn't small. It will not just change your life. It will change the lives of those connected to you, your family, your future. Even your enemies will feel the ripple of this divine release. But you must act. You must believe. You must move like you trust the angels are clearing the way. Because we are. I have sent angels to walk ahead of you, to rearrange the path, to block the traps, to confuse your enemies, and to light your next steps. But you must stop looking backward. That relationship that ended, it needed to. That door that shut, it was protection. That opportunity that passed you by, it wasn't your blessing. Stop mourning closed doors. Start preparing for the ones about to fly open. Because some of you have been stuck in a prison called almost loved, almost chosen, almost promoted, almost healed. But I speak this now by divine authority. Your season of almost is over. You are stepping into the land of already done. The miracle is not on the way. It's already here. You're not waiting on God. He's waiting on you. There's nothing more to pray for. This is your instruction. Walk forward. Take that step. Send that message. Launch that dream. Apply for that thing, speak that truth, write that vision, obey that whisper. Heaven will respond in real time, but only when you move in faith. And let me tell you something else. Heaven's response will be faster than you expect. You're going to see turnarounds within hours, unexpected calls, money released, illness reversed, contracts offered, miracles that will make people gasp. This is not hype. This is holy. But you have to be ready because once the floodgates open, they will not close. You're going to have to move with speed. You'll have to release things quickly. You'll have to say no without guilt. You'll have to let people go without apology. Why? Because this miracle is sacred. And sacred things cannot be handled carelessly. So I tell you now, prepare, clear your heart, get your house in order, make room. The blessing needs space. Don't let your hands be full of bitterness when abundance arrives. Don't let your mouth speak doubt while heaven speaks overflow. Don't let your eyes be stuck on the past when the future is calling you by name. This is not just a message. This is your final spiritual alignment. The question is simple. Will you believe now that the angels have spoken? Will you receive now that heaven has confirmed it? Or will you walk away and wonder what could have been? The miracle is real. The warning is real. The choice is yours. One more divine whisper. You are not alone in this. There are others being awakened just like you. Others who feel the same pull, the same fire, the same hunger for God's movement in their lives. Glowing Star, join the chosen love letter. Subscribe now to receive more divine guidance, real-time prophecy, and holy revelation as it unfolds. Because this isn't the end. It's the beginning. And your miracle is just getting started. I am still speaking, beloved. Because some of you are still hesitating. You're standing on holy ground and wondering if this moment is truly yours. Let me tell you something clearly. This message was written with your name in it before time began. The fire you feel in your chest, that's not emotion. That's divine remembrance. Your soul knows this voice. You've heard it in dreams, in moments of deep surrender, when no one else could hear your cries. You were never alone. Not for a second. Even in your worst hour when you were breaking behind closed doors, heaven was standing guard. Now I need you to understand something powerful. Your pain was never wasted. Your loss was never in vain. Your long nights, your broken seasons, your silent endurance, they were not ignored. They were recorded in heaven's archives. And now comes the release. Not just a release of blessings, but a release of spiritual authority. You're not just receiving a miracle. You're becoming one. You're being equipped, empowered, anointed, positioned. Because what's coming to you isn't just for your comfort. It's for your calling. You were not born to survive. You were born to transform, to awaken, to rise, to lead. That's why the pressure was so high. That's why your life felt harder than most. Because the weight of your destiny required it. You were forged in fire because you're about to walk through flames and not be burned. You were tested in isolation because your platform won't allow distractions. You were hidden from the spotlight because your oil was still being pressed. But now the oil is ready to flow. Your name is about to echo through places you've never stepped foot in. Why? Because heaven has endorsed you. No man, no system, no demon can stop what God has ordained. And God has chosen you. But here's what I must whisper into your spirit. If you want this blessing to stay, if you want this miracle to manifest, if you want this glory to unfold, you must stay in alignment. You must protect your peace, you must silence your inner critic. You must reject the lies that tell you you're not worthy. You are worthy. You are ready. You are anointed, but you must walk as if the promise has already arrived. And whenever God calls His children to walk in faith before they see the promise, He also places a faithful next step before them so they can receive every blessing with wisdom, peace, and unwavering faith. My child, I see the weight you have been carrying, the quiet worries about money, the stress you rarely speak about, the nights when your mind refuses to rest. You have been praying for peace, and your prayers have been heard. You are not meant to walk this journey in confusion and fear. You are meant to walk with faith, with clarity, and with daily direction. That is why God has placed a simple path before you, the 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system. Each day you will be guided with a gentle prayer, a simple money step, and clear direction to help you regain control. Nothing overwhelming, nothing complicated. Just small faithful steps leading you toward peace and stability. If you believe God is leading you to take your next step today, begin today with faith. Do not delay this moment. The link is in the description and in the pinned comments below. Now stay with me, because what heaven reveals next will show you why the promise God has spoken over your life is closer than you've ever imagined. Don't wait until the blessing shows up to believe. Believe and watch the blessing show up. Heaven operates on faith, not sight. The divine obeys those who trust, not those who doubt. And hear me clearly, child of light. The next 7 days of your life hold a divine window. Within these 7 days, you will be given clear signs, divine instructions, unexpected encounters, and supernatural alignment. But they will only activate if you honor this message. Speak it aloud, share it, write it down, act on it. Do not treat this like a normal moment. This is a holy interruption. God stepped into your timeline and said, no more delay. No more confusion. No more fear. And now it is your job to respond with fire. Some of you have been silent for too long. You've let fear talk you out of destiny. You've let trauma keep your mouth shut. You've let people shrink your vision. But today, you rise. You rise not in your own power but in divine fire. Your voice is returning. Your boldness is returning. Your dreams are coming back to life. And as I speak, angels are being dispatched. Yes, right now they are moving through paperwork, through phone calls, through conversations, through locked doors. They are clearing paths, releasing funds, breaking generational chains because you dared to believe, because you stopped and listened, because you heard your name in this. And yes, you were meant to. There are over 7 billion people in this world. But heaven paused everything for you. So now you must choose. Do you walk in this? Do you act like this is your season? Do you behave like you carry favor? Because if you do, everything will respond to you differently. People will honor you differently. Opportunities will be magnetized to you. Peace will become your home. Doors will swing wide. Battles will dissolve without a fight. But you must carry the energy of victory, not victimhood. Your words must match your prophecy. No more. I don't know how. No more. What if I fail? No more. Maybe next time. No, it's now. Say it. It is my time. It is my season. It is already done. Because when you speak it, you seal it. This is what the enemy fears the most. Not your pain, but your realization of power. The moment you realize who you are in the spirit, hell trembles. And you're realizing it now. So hear me again. You were not overlooked. You were not forgotten. You are being built. And now you are being revealed. The world is not ready for what God is about to do through you. But that doesn't matter. Heaven is ready. The angels are ready. And your miracle, it's already standing at your door. Last heavenly whisper. If you've come this far, you're not here by accident. God's voice is calling you into divine alignment. And if this message lit a fire in you, if your soul whispered, "This is for me," then act. Love letter. Subscribe now to receive the next divine instruction. Your next message could be the activation of everything you've been waiting for. Don't just read, respond, because your miracle isn't waiting around forever. It's watching how you move right now. And heaven is still listening. Will your voice say yes? You're still here. That means your soul has not let go. And because you stayed, because you allowed your heart to be pierced by this divine fire, I am commanded to go deeper with you. This is not the end of the message. This is the part that heaven reserved only for those who truly belong to the chosen. You see, most walk away after the first whisper. But the ones who linger in the presence of truth, they're the ones who see the scrolls unfold. And I have something to show you now. Something that will shift your very destiny. Let me be clear. Your calling is bigger than your pain. Your future is heavier than your fear. Your assignment is louder than your shame. And now is the hour for you to remember what your spirit already knows. You came here for something sacred. You didn't come to earth to survive bills, heartbreaks, and disappointments. You came here to awaken others by the way you rise from the ashes. Every storm you faced wasn't just about you. It was training. Holy training. Because you're meant to lead others through storms of their own. But how could you guide them through what you've never walked? That's why the battles were so intense. That's why the fire felt endless. Because you weren't being punished. You were being refined. Some of you still don't understand how powerful you are. You keep waiting for someone to rescue you. But I tell you now, you are the rescue. You are the answered prayer. You are the one generations before you cried out for. And now that the baton is in your hands, what will you do with it? Will you fall into fear or will you rise in fire? This moment is not small. Heaven is watching you right now. I know that sounds intense, but it's the truth. Your angels are waiting for your instruction. They cannot move unless you activate them by faith. Stop asking God to do what He's already assigned you to command. Say it with me. Angels of the living God, I activate you now. Go forth. Move on my behalf. Prepare the way. Tear down delay. Open what's been shut. Release what's mine in divine timing. And with heaven's fire, I receive it now. Did you feel that? That's not imagination. That's spiritual power moving through your voice because your words are keys. They unlock the invisible. That's why the enemy tried to silence you. That's why the battle was in your throat. That's why your dreams were muted. Because hell knew what would happen when you started to speak again. But it's too late now. Your voice has returned. And when your voice returns, so does your authority. Heaven has given you access. But now you must steward it. This miracle, it comes with responsibility. You cannot carry divine fire and entertain demonic patterns. You cannot walk in favor and still feed fear. You cannot step into prophecy and still dance with the past. You must choose because this is the crossroads of kings and queens. This is the divine line where your future begins or your delay continues. But not both. Let me ask you something with the full weight of heaven behind me. Are you ready to stop living below your destiny? Because if you are, then get ready. I'm about to tell you what's coming. If you believe, within the next 72 hours, there will be a sudden shift. A phone call, a text, a conversation, a transaction, a divine meeting, something that changes everything. It may look small, but it will be the first crack of lightning before the rainstorm of blessings. Within the next 7 days, a divine opportunity will be placed in front of you. This will not come again easily. It may not look how you imagined it, but it will be wrapped in fire. And only the brave will recognize it. In the next 30 days, your energy will be unrecognizable. Your prayers will hit different. Your glow will scare people who once underestimated you. Your clarity will slice through confusion like a sword. But this will only happen if you obey the spiritual laws set in motion right now. And that begins by not ignoring this moment. Do not forget this message, write it, print it, speak it, keep it before you because the enemy will try to distract you tomorrow. He will send noise. He will send delay. He will send false comfort. Why? Because he knows this message just broke his hold on your life. That's why he'll fight you hard after this. But you won't be shaken. Because you'll remember these words. I have been warned. I have been called. I have been chosen. And I will not go back. Let this be the day heaven marks you with fire. Let this be the moment that shifts everything for generations. Your children will thank you. Your ancestors are watching and all of creation is holding its breath for you to rise. Final divine activation. If this message felt like it was written straight into your soul, it's because it was. Heaven led you here. But now you must stay in the flow of divine instruction. Love letter. Subscribe now to continue receiving sacred transmissions from heaven. These are not normal messages. They are spiritual blueprints, and missing one could mean missing your next alignment. The angels are not finished. Another message is being prepared even now. One that could be the door you've waited your whole life for. Don't miss it. Heaven is speaking. The next whisper may carry your next miracle. And until then, walk boldly because Archangel Michael walks beside you now. And nothing can stop what God has started. Still here? Then you are not just ready. You are chosen to carry the next prophecy forward. You've crossed a threshold now. And because you kept reading, because you refused to click away, because you let these words melt into your spirit, heaven has now activated something irreversible in your life. There is no going back to small thinking, no returning to low-frequency prayers, no shrinking your light to fit broken places. You have entered into divine visibility. Your angels no longer walk in silence. They walk ahead of you with swords drawn. And every step you take from this moment forward will echo through realms you cannot even see. Yes, your very steps are becoming prophecy. Because God isn't just blessing you with things, child. He's transforming you into a sign and wonder. People will look at your life and see God. Not religion, not performance, not routine, but raw, undeniable, heaven poured into human form glory. Let me reveal something to you now. Something hidden until this very moment. You are about to become the first in your bloodline to break through a spiritual ceiling that generations before you could not pass. This isn't just about money. This isn't just about healing. This isn't even about success. It's about dominion. You're reclaiming territory the enemy thought he had forever. Land in the spirit realm that your ancestors wept over. Covenants that were once broken are now being restored through you. And I need you to hear this like it's thunder. Your obedience has rerouted your entire destiny. The moment you said, yes. The moment your heart whispered, I believe. The moment you allowed these words to wash over your doubt, heaven shifted your name from pending to prepared. No more waiting, no more wandering, no more delay. But, and this is sacred, it now depends on your movement. Because heaven won't do what you won't activate. Miracles meet motion. Prophecy meets preparation. And the supernatural responds to structure. So, build the structure. Make room for what's coming. Clean your space. Organize your time. Change your atmosphere. Walk like someone about to host holy glory because you are. Your house is becoming a sanctuary. Your body is becoming a temple. Your voice is becoming a trumpet. Heaven is about to dwell in everything you touch. But with this kind of glory comes sacred responsibility. You cannot carry this kind of anointing and still entertain people who mock miracles. You cannot walk with angels and argue with devils. You must leave behind the lesser to protect the sacred. And yes, it will cost you. You will outgrow some friendships. You will lose the taste for empty conversations. You will feel pulled to silence when everyone else is rushing to speak. That's not isolation. It's consecration. You're not being left out. You're being set apart because where you are going, not everyone can follow. You're entering places where only the faithful survive. Miracles don't live in the crowd. They dwell in the quiet obedience of the chosen. And beloved, you are one of them. So let me speak into your future now. I see you walking into rooms where no one expects you. And when you arrive, the atmosphere shifts, not because of your resume, not because of your connections, but because heaven sent you. I see you writing the vision that changes someone else's life. And they'll say, how did they know? This is exactly what I needed. Because heaven will begin to pour words through you like prophecy. I see your hands laid on someone and healing happens without fanfare. Not by force but by fire. And I see you sitting in silence, tears in your eyes, overwhelmed by the realization that everything the enemy tried to destroy in your life, God is now using as the foundation for your throne. You are not just being elevated. You are being enthroned. Not by man. Not by fame, but by the King of Kings. You are royalty in the spirit, and it's time the natural realm starts to recognize it. Walk boldly. Walk clean. Walk in love, but walk with fire because the earth has waited for you long enough. And now, the final seal. If your spirit is still burning, if your heart won't let this message go, then understand this wasn't a one-time moment. This was an opening into a series of divine encounters. The next messages, they won't just be words. They will be assignments, sacred, timely, urgent. And if you miss them, you could miss the divine instruction for your next breakthrough love letter. So subscribe now, not later. Not I'll think about it. Your miracle has already arrived. It's now watching your response. Let heaven know you're listening. Let your angels know you're engaged. Let God know you're ready for the full scroll to unfold. This is your yes. Let the world see what happens when a chosen soul says yes and never turns back. Child of light, I see you. Yes, I see into the depths of your spirit where no mask can hide. Where no fear can speak louder than faith. You've walked through valleys darker than anyone knows. You've smiled while breaking. You've helped others while you were still bleeding. You've waited. You've endured. You've hoped in silence. And now heaven is answering in power. You were never forgotten. You were being forged. You see, the oil you're carrying now. It couldn't be bought. It had to be pressed. Your anointing was not given to the casual. It was earned in fire. And what's being poured on you in this very moment is not just a blessing. It's a heavenly mantle. A spiritual garment is being placed upon your shoulders. And with it comes authority, clarity, discernment, divine vision, and yes, supernatural favor. Do not underestimate what is happening to you right now. Even if you're sitting in your room alone, reading this with trembling hands and tear-filled eyes, you are surrounded by an entire host of angels. You are being witnessed by heaven. And what I'm about to tell you next is sacred, prophetic, and personal. You are entering the season of the double portion. Where you once were overlooked, you will now be remembered. Where you were rejected, you will now be celebrated. Where you were passed over, you will now be pursued. You thought you were waiting on God. But child, God was waiting on this version of you to rise. The one who's not afraid anymore. The one who's done shrinking. The one who's ready to walk in full power unapologetically. I must tell you something else and you must remember it always. There are generational blessings tied to your yes. This isn't just about you. When you say yes, it won't just break curses. It will unlock inheritance. Your children will live in the overflow of this moment. Your name will carry weight in the spirit realm. When you speak, angels will recognize the sound of heaven on your voice. But do not be surprised when the warfare increases after this message because you just shifted dimensions. You just changed realms. You just became visible to the throne and to the darkness. But fear not, I, Archangel Michael, go before you. My sword is drawn. I will cut down every trap, every snare, every lie, every assignment sent to confuse you. You are under a supernatural shield now. Walk boldly, speak clearly, pray fearlessly, and rest deeply because you are guarded by angels who do not sleep. The next few days may feel different. You may notice strange dreams. You may feel heat or pressure in your hands, in your chest, in your spine. You may begin to hear clearer, sense deeper, and feel led to act without knowing why. These are not coincidences. These are signs, confirmations. Your spiritual gifts are being activated again. And you're not crazy for feeling this. You're called. People may not understand your urgency. They may mock your shift. They may laugh when you say, "God spoke to me." Let them laugh. Because soon the same mouths that doubted will say, "I always knew there was something different about you." You are no longer living for approval. You are living for alignment. And heaven has aligned you with a divine timeline now. The next phase of your life has been unlocked. And I promise you, if you walk in obedience, you will not recognize yourself by the end of this year. Everything will be elevated. Your finances, your health, your connections, your wisdom, your ability to love and be loved, your peace, your power, but above all, your relationship with the divine will become unbreakable. You will stop questioning whether God is with you. You will know without a doubt, without needing signs, without needing confirmation, because you'll feel the presence before you even speak His name. This is the reward of the faithful. You made it through the wilderness. You walked through the silence. And now, heaven says, "Welcome to the land of promise," one final touch from heaven. If you're still here, you are different. You are marked. You are not just interested. You are aligned. So now protect this alignment with everything you have. Love letter. Subscribe now to remain in the flow of divine updates, prophetic words, angelic warnings, and sacred instructions. This is more than a message. It's a living scroll. And the next part is already unfolding. If you don't want to miss what heaven is about to release next, seal this moment with your yes. Your miracle has heard your voice. Now let the world witness your rise with fire, with truth, and with unshakable light. I am Archangel Michael, and I will not leave your side. And remember, beloved, these messages continue because of people like you. We run entirely on viewer support. If you'd like to help keep this mission and these messages reaching more hearts, you can support us with a coffee through the link in the description. God bless you.